Knuckleheads, Uncle Knackers here. Today what I intend to do is to make a chair out of an old pallet and some old hardwood fence palings. Now I don't want to make one of those big bulky pallet chairs, but I want to make a fairly simple lightweight chair out of the parts or the components of this pallet and the hardwood fence palings. For the seat support I'll use these rails, and for the legs I want to use some of these slats, and for the seat or the part that you sit on I want to use these fence palings. Now just a quick disclaimer, I've never made a chair out of an old pallet before, so I'm just going to wing it and see how it goes. Now if it doesn't turn out that flash, don't give me a hard time. Got it? Good. So the basic components for my chair is that we need two long legs for the back. Now mine are about 900 millimeters long, which is about 35.5 inches. We need two legs for the front, which are 440 millimeters long, or about 17.25 inches, and a base support for our seat. And the length is 450 millimeters, which is about 17.5 inches, and the width is 420 millimeters, which is about 16.5 inches. Now very quickly with the seat support, you'll notice that I've 45 the corners and it's screwed together with a couple of screws on either end. Now the sides have screws in them, but the front and the back don't, because these are going to be exposed and I didn't want the screw holes to be seen. And with the side, the leg is going to cover those screws. And like all pallet wood jobs, it's a great idea to plane and sand prior to assembly, because it will make your job a lot easier. So once you get all your legs cut to the correct length, we need to cut a checkout for our seat support to sit into. So measure up from the bottom of the leg up 440 millimeters, which is about, I think, 17.25 inches, something like that. And then for the length or the depth of that cut is the width of your seat support. And the actual depth of the cut itself is about, I don't know, about 10 millimeters, something like that. And on the front legs, you just do the same process, but from the top down. Once you've run a series of lines through with a circular saw, then get your chisel and just chisel it out nice and flat. So there you go, all checked out and looking beautiful. Now just a little tip, if you can lay your hands on one of these little palm planers, absolutely fantastic for doing the finishing touches on things. And actually they're quite addictive. If you've got a nice sharp blade, you can't help but just plane things down. They're fantastic. With the legs all cut out, it's now simply a matter of gluing and screwing the leg to the seat support. Now make sure before you screw that you pre-drill using a countersinking bit, otherwise you'll split this old timber. So there you have it, the legs are on and it's looking pretty good. Now I want to reduce some of the chunkiness of these legs, so I'm going to run a taper. And to do that, I'm going to go in 45 millimeters from the bottom edge, put a mark there, go down 60 millimeters from the underside of the seat support, and put a mark there, and then run a line down, cut that off. Now for the top of the leg, or the backrest, we need to cut a similar taper, which will make reclining back on the chair more comfortable. Beautiful! So there you go, the tapers are all cut, and for a first crack, it's looking pretty good. Now to finish this project off, all we need to do is attach these old fence palings to the seat support. How easy is that? There you go, all nailed off. And don't forget to put a couple across the top here for our backrest. So there it is, my rustic pallet chair, made from pallets and old hardwood fence palings. What an absolute ripper. Now this job took me about 2 hours to build, and the total cost was around $2, and that was for the screws and the nails. The timber was free. Now the chair itself is very strong due to this halving joint on all of the legs. Now if you do intend to build this chair, I strongly recommend using that type of join. Now the chair's reasonably light and easy to move around, and if there was one recommendation for the taller person, I'd make this back support about, I don't know, 2 to 3 inches taller. Now I'm in two minds about the colour. I love it in its natural state like it is there, but I wouldn't mind experimenting with this colour palette here for the seat and the back support. But regardless of all that, I absolutely love it, and it's amazing what you can do with other people's trash. So there you go, what a top little project. Great tip, Knackers! And don't forget, subscribe to my channel and give the video the old thumbs up. It'll be all greatly appreciated. So that's me done and dusted for 2013. Thanks to everybody for watching, and I'll be back again early in 2014. So till then, have a great Christmas. I'm out of here. Cheers.